Welcome aboard, Skylark Outdoors here, and today we're going to take you on a review of the Cobia 350cc, which we've got right here, and give you a tour of this boat. So as we enter on the stern here, you can see you've got a walk-through door on that side, and then you also have bait wells here, so you've got a live well, 42 gallons. You've got one here on this side, you've got one on the other side. Love that they've got a clear top, and then you've got everything you need for the live well there if you want to go fishing. Now this one is outfitted with triple Yamaha 350s. There's a wide variety of engine options, but the max horsepower rating is 1050 horsepower, so this one's got the max power package on it. And then you can see right here you've got easy access to the fuel filters, which I love, so that if you get water in the fuel or anything like that, you've got plenty of access. And there's a fold down seat here. You've got here just a little bilge compartment there. There's also going to be some fish boxes. That's right there. There's a fish box. There's another fish box there. Then you can see this rear console area where you've got a refrigerator. You've got kind of like a lure station down below and a cooler sink area if you wanted there, as well as you could probably outfit that with a grill if you wanted to do something like that with the packages. Here we're going to open up one of the insulated fish boxes, so this is awesome here in terms of just the size. You can see there's a little scupper there too, so you're not getting water that comes in to the boat into the fish box, which I do like that. And then here at the helm, you've got triple helm seating, which I love. Beautiful chairs, beautiful layout here, plenty of space. Really nice helm station. And then the helm is mounted in the center on this one. So Yamaha controls here. You can use the joystick if you wanted. You could do that with the twin engines. You could do that with the three engines. One of the other popular power options for this is the twin 450 Yamahas. I would probably go for the threes. The 350s, just because of the reliability of those 350s. Not to say the 450s aren't reliable, but just proven design, and there's a lot of parts out there, a lot of boats outfitted with the 350s. However, the twin 450s seem great as well. So you can see here, this one's at a boat show. They give you the price here. This is in 2025, this summer. At the Bay Harbor Boat Show, so that one's $399,000, and we can look at the options and everything. Slow down the video if you want to see that in more detail, but I do like this little storage compartment up here. I do like they've got a vent window up in front so that if you're cruising, you can get some air in there. And then I love all this storage that you have right at the console. Just you've got one in the front, one in the back, spare marine radios, throwables, all that kind of stuff you can put in there. And then this is great. You got a phone charger right there, so you can put your phone right there, and it's just a contact charger and get your phone charged while you're at the helm. So I love that idea. Now you've got a little bit of a cabin here as well as a head, and that's kind of what I like about these center consoles. This size center console is that if you want to go on a trip and maybe you got two people or it's you and somebody else, you've got enough room to do an overnight in the front of this. Now, is it a little bit Spartan? Yes, absolutely. But for one night, nice little sleep on the boat, or maybe you just want to take a nap before you head home for the day. I love that idea with this. And then here you've got easy access to all your electronics, controls, fuses, some stuff like that that's going into the dash. So if you want to customize that, no worries there. You've got some storage here, more storage here. Like that it's clear so you can see what you've got going on. Your head's also in here. You've got your battery shut off here, your battery bank and fuses down there. A little mirror if you need it. You've got a head and technically a shower. I would probably use the freshwater washdown outside as a shower over that, just because of the limited space that you've got inside the boat and you'd probably get everything else wet. However, this center console is a great day boat, entertaining boat, as well as serious fishing boat. You've got plenty of space up here in the front. I love that they've got the lay down area in front of that little cabin area and console area. Those are all premium seats up in the front. People want to sit in those and lay down and get sun. Just comfortable seats overall. Great view of the water from there. So I love those a little bit higher up. And then what I also like about this is you've got plenty of seating forward here as well. A lot of center console boats, what I'll find is that they let too much room be taken up by the anchor locker and kind of a front area. This one pushes all that stuff way to the front to give you this seating in front of the helm, as well as kind of like a full seat in front there of that helm seat with a table. So I like how they've utilized the space here and really pack a lot into this boat. So you've got a true fishing boat out of this, true offshore fishing boat, but then you also have some of the creature comforts for day boating and whatever you want to do on this boat. So we're going to take a look at it again, kind of from the rear here and just an overall view of the boat. Those three 350s look beautiful on this in the white. And you can just see this is an overall really nice boat, as well as there's a fold down seat in the rear here. So you've got some seats behind the helm as well. Now, the side door, I like it not just for getting on and off the dock, but also it does make it easier if you're landing a fish. You also do have that rear door in the side. You can see over there, there's a ladder on the port side to be able to land a fish and bring it in that way. It is nice when you have a bigger fish to be able to have something to kind of get leverage on rather than trying to bring it all the way over the transom on this boat. So we'll go over some of the specifications of this now that we've gone on the full review and just enjoy what we're taking a look at here. This is a beautifully outfitted boat. And there's a lot of things that I probably haven't mentioned, but if you get a chance to look at a Cobia, I do highly recommend it because I feel like I was impressed by this boat more than some of the other ones that I looked at, just in terms of the fit and finish, quality of the build, as well as just the simplicity of it. Sometimes there's just too many gimmicks. This doesn't have gimmicks necessarily, it just has things you need, and I like that, unless things are going to break. It's a fishing boat. It's made to last. Everything seems really well built, and there's not like a whole bunch of proprietary kind of hardware and weird stuff on that. And I don't like proprietary hardware on boats because things eventually break and wear out, and then you got to get this special thing. I like things that are standardized, where you could go to your local marine store and get a replacement. Because that's just how it is. Things happen, things break on boats, and over time, being able to replace it simply is the way to go. So in terms of specifications, you've got the 42-gallon bait tanks. You've got a double step tall. This is 34 feet and 4 inches, even though it's the Cobia 350cc. You've got an 11-foot 2 beam, so it is a wider beam. That is going to add to the ride on this thing. These things ride beautifully. You've got a 24-inch draft, and outfitted, you're around 10,560 pounds without the engines. Just subtract, let's say, 1,800 pounds, give or take 100 on either side there. Now, what tells you this has its true roots in fishing is you've got a 320-gallon tank for gas. And then in terms of your engine package and everything and your cruise speed, that's going to depend on your range. But I would say in general, for most of the engine packages, you've got about a 370-mile range, and that's at a cruise speed somewhere around 33 miles an hour and about 26.2 gallon per hour consumption. Now, that changes a little bit with all the different engine configurations, but on average, that's what you're going to see. And if you go up in speed, down in speed, you're going to have a little bit different results. Up in engine packages, down in engine packages, you're going to have different results as well. You've got a 1,500 max horsepower rating. You've got a 21.6 degree deadrise on this. And then in terms of the transom, what I do like about it is you have a really high transom on this boat. And you can just feel that. It's going to make you feel safe and secure out on the water. And then, depending on engine packages, once again, that's going to be your top speed max, but about 62 miles an hour on this. And then your cruise speed is that pretty decent 33.4 miles an hour with the 26.2 gallon per hour consumption, giving you a 370-mile range approximately. But overall, a lot of things, a lot of features I like about this boat. You've got features that just make sense. You've got construction that just makes sense. And there's not a lot of gimmicks. There's not a lot of fancy stuff on it. But what you have is quality stuff and quality hardware and well thought out, laid out hardware. Just like these hatches here, like everything fits really well. It's nothing super intricate. It just makes sense in terms of all the shutoffs. Easy to go tell somebody, hey, shut that off. You've got a real standard door closure system. You have the things that you want and not a whole bunch of the stuff that you don't want. And that's what I like about this boat. So hope you enjoyed this review of the Cobia 350cc and that you've enjoyed the tour of the Cobia 350cc center console. I think this boat is definitely worth checking out if you're looking at that 30 to 36-foot range of a center console. At 10,560 pounds and 11'2", it's a little bit larger of a boat. I probably wouldn't want to be towing this across the country all the time. But if I had, let's say, a 60-mile an hour or a 60-mile tow, I wouldn't have any problem with this if you had the right permits and everything, depending on your state, where you live, and then the right truck. You probably, in most cases, could get away with like a 2,500 or 3,500. I don't know if you'd need a dually for this. Probably be nice to have one. But, you know, there's things, if you take it empty, you've got less weight on it, so that's going to help you out. But, yeah, you're starting to get to the size of 11'2" with the beam, that it's just a little bit more complicated to tow this than something that has a 9'6" beam, 10-foot beam. Every state has different regulations, and some are more easy to allow you to move a larger boat, and some are more restrictive. So check up on that if you are considering one of these, or maybe that's not an issue for you. But thank you for watching this video on our review of the Cobia 350cc. Hope you enjoy. Please subscribe, and we'll see you next time.